Yo, Ethan, what is good, my boy? Tuesday, March 30th. Hope you had a good weekend. I did, for the most part, except last night when the Knicks lost, but we'll get into that in the rest of the episode. For the people that haven't been here before, this is the Radical Source Podcast. We're here to talk sports. We're here to talk hip-hop. We're here to talk music. Anything else that we see that is big and breaking, and we're like, yo, let's talk about it.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. A lot of breaking news.
Word. For people that don't know, I'm Daniel.
I'm Ethan, and in spirit is Chris. Don't worry, he's chilling right now, but he'll be here in the spirit.
Word. Just handling a few things, you know. We're gonna have to try to throw in our little Chris jokes and our little Chris moments here and there. You know, sprinkle them in. You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah. So Ethan, let's get into this. Today we're gonna just open up with Lil Nas X. He came out with a shoe with a company named Mschf. Rather interesting shoe, and we're gonna just break down everything that's happened with that. From there, we'll transition into baseball. The Mets try to throw the bag at Francisco Lindor. Did it work? Did it not? We'll break that down a little bit and talk about what might be the outcome. Ethan, NBA, you want to break down a little bit of what we might get into for the NBA?
The trade deadline was this past week, but don't worry. There's a lot of signings. A lot of signings we gotta talk about this week.
Word. So with that being said, let's get it.
Let's get it.
Word. So before we start, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure you like the video if you like the video, and if you like the content, we drop in episodes every Wednesday and Friday for the podcast, and we do Reselling 101 on Thursdays. But, you know, we mix it up a little bit.
We open for conversation. Leave in the comments how you feel about us. Leave what you want to talk. We can talk about anything. We talk about pillows. I don't care. Put it in the comments what you want to talk about. If
it's a fire enough pillow, we're going to talk about it.
Exactly.
But today, we're going to open up with Lil Nas X.
Oh.
He dropped a collaboration with a company named Mschf, and it was a pair of Air Max 97s. Now, these weren't just some regular, you know, everyday Air Max 97s. I'm not even going to put the pictures up. I'm not going to pull them up because, you know, me and you, being the Catholic men we are, I'm not going to pull that up out here. But, yeah, homie wildin'. He made a whole shoe dedicated to atheism, Satan. He had the what's that shit called? I don't even know what it's called. The star, the penta, whatever the hell. I forgot.
You don't want to know. Just know it was on the shoe.
Yeah, he had 666 on it. He had a drop of human blood. That was the thing that got me interested. Yeah.
It's very hard to talk about because we know seeing this, it's like really like why would anybody ever think of putting human blood inside the shoe? Ever.
I want to know where it was, though. Like, because I heard it was in the Air Max bubble, but then I'm like, how you put human blood with ink, like red ink in the sole? Like, I don't understand. Anyways, so that obviously blew up because everybody's like, yo, what the hell? Nike sued Mschf over it. Lil Nas X is out here still making jokes about it. I can't even lie. He's making some pretty good jokes about it, but... What's your take, Ethan? What's your comment on this?
First, the Nike had every right because they did not want to associate with them. So shout out to them because they didn't give them the go to do so. But going back to that company, they did a holy water, I think last year. When they did
when it had the cross and it had the holy water inside the whole
See, that's good. I'm not gonna lie. That was a pretty good shoe. I'm not gonna lie. But these, you gotta switch to the other side. Like that's insane to me. Like you said, Catholic people, I'm not getting religious, but it's just, we can't talk about it.
Yeah, just, you know, obviously there's some people that believe in that stuff, and that's what you believe in, cool, you know, that's but personally, that's a little much. I know if I showed my grandparents that, I think I'll probably F around and give one of them a heart attack, like,
I'm gonna throw holy water at me, like, for, like, the next hour.
We're not gonna put pictures here, but if you want to search it up, be my guest. I ain't doing it.
No, we're not getting cursed with our podcast.
Yeah, this podcast is very small still. We're at 100 subscribers. It'll be a shame if they hit us with a, yeah, y'all done, like, pack the shit, you're done.
Nope. Okay.
But, Ethan, um, let's talk about your Mets a little bit. Now that we're done with that topic, we'll leave that topic over there for the people to search up. Francisco Lindor, bro. I broke the news to you guys last night. Lindor got offered a 10-year, $350 million deal. And I said, yo, the key word here is offered. He did not accept it. Let's wait to see what happens. And literally like an hour later, the news break that Lindor said, yo, I want 12 years, $385 million. Now, would you do it, Ethan, as a Mets fan, if you're a Mets GM? You know, what's your take here?
We haven't had like a big player in a while. This is your star player, like for the next 12 years. Give him the bank. I mean, you already offered him 10 years, 325 mil. Might as well add a little bit more if you really want him for 12 years. And he feels like he's ready to play for the Mets for the rest of his career.
Word, I mean, yo, they got the Grom. They got Syndergaard. The pitching, everybody knows, like, their pitching is set. It's the field positions that, like, you know, get a little iffy. And finding a great shortstop isn't too hard, but it's Lindor, bro. Like, Lindor is arguably, depending on who you talk to, top 5, top 3. There's some people that can make arguments if you want to be the analytic person or if you want to be the person that studies by eye, but he's definitely top 5 shortstops. And, like, I feel like the Mets just have to get out of that habit of, we don't want to throw that extra 35 mil for 2 years. Yo, you got Steve Cohen now. Like, throw that bag, bring back the black Mets jerseys that I was so rumored were supposed to come back now, and get it rolling with Lindor. Get people hyped to get in the building.
Get this GM position right, please. Get us on the right track back to the World Series.
Yeah, that's crazy. You guys were in the World Series in 2016, and
we haven't looked close to it.
Oh, man. The Mets, man. What can I say?
It's a lot to say. We're getting overshadowed by the Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, opening day, if I'm not bugged out, pretty sure it's tomorrow or this weekend.
Damn, it's already been 2 weeks. I remember 2 weeks ago, was it 2 weeks? And we were like, oh, yeah, spring training is almost done. The season's about to start.
Let's see. Yeah, I think opening day is tomorrow. Wow, that's crazy. Time is flying. I didn't even realize the date.
Well, let's just give Lindor that bag before the season starts.
Yeah. Thursday, April 1st, so 2 days. Word. What's your predictions on the Mets, yo? You think they're going to actually step up a little bit more this year than normal years, the last, 4 years, let's say?
I say this every year, but let's hope they do. I mean, thank God we don't have big expectations like the Yankees, but we should try to get up there. You know, we're still New York.
Word. You think it's going to be like some Knicks level jump, or you think it's going to be –
Not yet. Maybe, but I don't think so.
So, do you want to transition into that? And I'll open with the Knicks to just talk about the buyouts and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, as you know, we had different opinions here about Andre Drummond. And I'm like, yo, what do we need Andre Drummond for? We got Mitchell Robinson. And unfortunately, Mitchell Robinson breaks a bone in his foot. So, I guess I don't know if Leon Rose did it, but if it was me, I would have been hitting him with that, yo, hey, big head, yo, my bad for acting a fool earlier, you know, like, that's not me. That was just a moment, you feel me? Like, I'm not like that. But Andre Drummond said, yo, I could kick rocks. I'm about to go win a chip. And he decided to go to the Lakers. I mean, no surprise here. We all thought it was going to happen. But, Ethan, does this solidify anything for the Lakers now, or do you think they still got a tough path to victory?
Oh, tough pass. Tough pass for them to win the chip. I mean, Kyrie, Harden, KD, Blake, LA. They said it before. 40 All-Stars put together. That's how many appearances.
I'm so excited because we're all sitting here on, what was that, Friday? Yo, LaMarcus Aldridge supposed to go to the Heat. We're giving a whole little Heat segment, and he says, that's cute. I think it wasn't a Heat. Oh, God. How you feel about the buyouts though? Let's talk personally because you're a Thunder fan. I'm a Knicks fan, and it's different scenarios.
I mean, like they have said plenty of times, those small organizations don't have the money to keep players like that. If you're gonna get Detroit and Cleveland to re-sign Drummond, you can't. It's not possible because you do not have the cap space and the franchise money to do that. But the Knicks, the Lakers, apparently now the Nets, they have that cap space to do so. And it's annoying because when you look at certain teams, you're like, all right, the cast can be nice, but they can't sign anybody. But you have someone like the Lakers and Knicks. Knicks have the second most cap space next year, or first.
First, I think we're at 69 mil, depending on what we do with cuts and stuff, and obviously it might change with trades and stuff. But
And MSG is probably one of the most played places ever. So everybody in their mind like, oh, I want to play MSG. Oh, even Jordan said himself. Michael Jordan says, I love playing in the Garden. Like, no one has said that for anything else. No small organization.
it's tough because the part of me is kind of like, I mean, you kind of do this to yourselves. Because, like, look at the Pistons and the Cavs. You feel me? Like, if you know you're on a rebuilding path, why are you going to throw a bag at Andre Drummond and then be like, damn, we can't trade him? Like, that's kind of what's going on with you guys right now with Al Horford. Al Horford's contract is insane, and no team wants to get that contract because they're like, I'm going to pay how much? 25 mil? Yeah, okay. Oh, there's all-stars out there not going to pay 25 mil right now. You talking about trade for Al Horford for that? Yeah, all right. What do you guys do? What do you guys do with that?
But before I say what we're going to do Al Horford, we did not give Harden that 30 million he asked for to keep him after we just went to the finals. Still mad about that till this day. I don't want to talk about it. Al Horford, I mean, 37 mil, I think, is left in his contract.
Over the next 2 years, right? It's mainly guaranteed this season.
So that buyout, I think, needs to happen this offseason because, yeah, if we're planning to have that cash space to sign and sell these draft picks, 34, I think we need to get rid of Al Horford. But I'm glad he's staying for now just to talk the sense of these players. I mean, Moses Brown,
Yeah,
just killed it this past week. So hopefully he stays consistent like that and Al Horford helps him.
So how do you feel about it? Because, like, all right, let's talk about now the actual game aspect of it. Don't you feel like a veteran on the court is a lot better than a veteran like in your ear, just on the side? Like,
it depends. Like, I don't want Perkins in my ear because he was trash. Like, at least Al Horford's pretty nice. Like, he played consistent this whole season. He just doesn't want to play because Shaw's out. George Hill just left. We just traded everybody for draft picks.
Trevor Ariza.
So Trevor Ariza didn't play a single minute for OKC. So I'm glad we kind of got him out. But I'm just mad we got 34 draft picks and nothing for it. So
yeah, especially because I feel like you need veterans, bro. Like, everybody knows that. Like, I mean, it's kind of a shift in the NBA right now that kind of like throws that off a little bit because all the teams are like, oh, we need to build up from the bottom, mad young, and restart. But, like, I don't know. I feel like personally you need like some veterans, like, like the Knicks got Alec Burks, and that's somebody that like I'm willing to throw 2-3 years at just until RJ Barrett can hold his own and Mitchell Robinson quickly, Ntilikina, Knox, Toppin. Like, you gotta, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like the problem with a lot of these teams is they think about that and then like look at the Thunder. The Thunder are like, yo, let's get rid of everybody and start everybody young. But then it's like, who's that veteran they can go to when like you need to teach players in game, like crunch time situations?
because even if we sign Lonzo and keep Shaw, like imagine that young core that just confused as hell with 4 seconds left. Like, what do we do? What do we do, coach? What are we gonna play?
Let me save you the time. Y'all not getting Lonzo, but you can try somebody else.
Let's say John Collins. How about that?
All right,
Is that
that's
better? Another young stud.
Yeah, that's
Like,
better. Let's be honest. We know Zoe's going to New York if he can.
We'll see. You never know. Anything is possible.
Word.
But yeah, I think we need that veteran presence. Again, don't give me no K Perkins and
Nah. Yeah, I'm not telling you to sign like who's a good example. Like
like has him still in the league. Why is he with Miami Heat? He should be announcing with all the older folks. Like, what's happening with that?
Just give him a job at this point. Like, I don't know why they just don't give him a job.
Just let him coach. Like, just like Steve Nash coaching, just let him coach at this point. But I wouldn't mind someone like 35 years that has that. Like, I wouldn't mind signing Rondo. Like, he has that experience.
Like a Rondo or like a Derrick Rose or even Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson's been, pretty solid for the Knicks in the sense of not only playing but being a leader in the locker room and stuff. So
Exactly.
I don't know. I feel like the Thunder could use it, and I think they should just. I mean, obviously you don't want to hurt Al Horford's value, but I don't know. I think personally they should debate it again and be like, maybe we could play him a little bit.
Exactly. But going back to your Knicks for your Mitch Robinson injury, what do you guys do now? What do you guys just wait for the season end?
Nah, we can't because, bro, last night against Miami, this dude Nerlens Noel goes up for a dunk, a put-back dunk. There's a foul away from the ball. Tyler Hill, grabs his arm. He almost, I thought he was about to tear his arm out of his socket, bro. I'm like, are you serious right now? So they got to sign somebody. Todd Gibson is, 50 years old, bro. He's old enough to be RJ's dad, bro. There's no way that, they could survive with Noel and Taj. They got to sign somebody. Who do they get now? I don't know because I was hearing Gorgie Dang, but he ended up going to the Spurs.
Cousins.
I'm good. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on DeMarcus Cousins because DeMarcus Cousins, if we get him, he's gonna be a third string anyways. My thing is, I don't know if he in his head is telling himself he's gonna be a third string. Cause the only place I've ever heard him having locker room problems was with the Kings, and I don't truly believe it fully. Because you didn't hear it happen on the Lakers, you didn't hear it happening on the Rockets, and you didn't hear it happening on Golden State. So if you could maybe tell him yo, bro, we're bringing you as a reinforcement, you're probably not gonna play, then yeah, I do it. But if he looks at you you're gonna what? Nah, just get out.
Back him up.
Yeah, back him up. I do want Elfrid Payton bought out though. I'm willing to start a GoFundMe for that. I'm willing to start that GoFundMe for that.
You could do what Spencer Dinwiddie did in the offseason.
Yes. Yes, we need to buy him out. We really have to, bro. I'm tired of seeing Elfrid Payton on the court. He is so doo-doo.
I mean, you guys could have traded us to him, but we would have dropped him anyways.
We're not giving you a pick. He's on a one-year deal anyways. And the problem that messed us up was he was on a no-trade clause. That's what killed us. I don't know who in the right mind was sitting there yo, let's give this dude a no-trade clause. He's not Melo. He's not Randall. He's not RJ. He's not LeBron. Why are you giving him a no-trade clause? It's Elfrid Payton, bro.
The scouts are this guy's pretty good, He can start for the point guard, We don't need to trade him.
Let me pull up these standings to make myself feel a little bit better. Look, bro, I can't complain. The Knicks are in fifth. Mitchell Robinson's down, so like I said, they got to try to sign somebody because this is too close for comfort.
Time out. The Hornets are fourth?
Yeah, I mean, the problem was that they've kind of been climbing up a little bit, and Miami's on a 6-game losing streak before they beat the Knicks last night, which Julius Randle was playing hurt, and you could tell he was not looking too good. Celtics has been on and off all year. Atlanta's been very hot, cold all season. The Pacers just got cold too, and they've kind of been hot, cold. Let me see the last 10. The Pacers are 5-5 in the last 10. The Bulls, ever since they got Vucevic, they still haven't looked any good. And Toronto, I don't know what the hell happened to them. So Charlotte just climbed up. I wouldn't mind. I mean, Charlotte, if we could stay in fifth and Charlotte stayed in fourth, I'll take it. Because I really do think we could beat the Hornets in a 7-game series. Easily. If we have to play Miami, Boston, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, or the Sixers, if we could take 1 or 2 games against them, then cool. I do not expect the series win. But yeah, the East, I don't know. It's been crazy.
It's insane to me. from the Wizards up, how everything's just back and forth.
Yo, the Knicks go on a 5-game losing streak. They're out of the playoffs. And the Wizards go on a 5-game winning streak. Like, it's insane right now the way these playoffs are looking for the East.
I mean, shout out to you guys. No one thought this was gonna happen. I mean,
I'm a Knicks fan. I wasn't believing this was gonna happen. I told you beginning of the year the best case scenario with Tibbs is gonna be playing, and I'm over here like, wow, we're in 5th place. We're in 4th place. Like, kudos to Tibbs.
honestly, because we thought Mitch did get hurt, but we thought he was gonna run him to the ground. No idea.
Yeah, I mean, he has been running some of these guys to the ground. I'm not even going to front. I can't tell you how many times I sit in front of that TV like, bro, we're up by 25. Take out Randall and put in Obi. Obi looks terrible. You're not giving him minutes. Get him going, please. RJ, I mean.
Nah, he's been killing it. I give him to that. But yeah, give him Obi some minutes, please. Give Knox some minutes. Anything.
Bro, Knox. Oh, God. Don't even get me started on Knox either. Because Obi, like, there's some games where I'm like, why is Obi out there, bro? Like, you know how much I love Obi, but I'm like, yo, he looks just so, like, unconfident. Please take him out of there and put in Knox. And then you got the injury to Mitch, which was a freak accident. Like, I feel bad for the dude, bro. 2 freak accidents in the season. Like, that's – it wasn't even like, you know, he went up for a rebound, came down and, like, snapped his ankle. Like, it was legit trying to stop Brook Lopez from getting a ball. And Brook Lopez kind of pushed a little bit. I don't know if anybody else saw that. Maybe I'm just being biased. I wanted to make sure I wasn't a Knicks fan and me just seeing something that wasn't there.
I think.
But
you want to stick to the standings? Because the Bucks just signed Jeff Teague, and they're 3rd. Do they still have that chance to get past the East? Because, I mean, Embiid without playing with the 76ers is still 1st. The Nets without KD is still 2nd.
my thing with the Nets is they just look so, like, on off at times that I'm like, wow, this is the team that's supposed to come out the East? Like, this is your king?
I mean, down, 5 gets the Wolves 4th quarter, and then they made a comeback. But, like,
And for the people that don't know, the Wolves are 11-36.
They couldn't stop Cat. So imagine AD and Drummond in the playoffs.
Imagine Embiid in the playoffs. Like, you never got to look too far. Embiid and Tobias Harris.
It's kind of worrying me on that defensive side.
And the Nets haven't added any defense. Well, Marcus Aldridge is not a rim protector. Blake Griffin all of a sudden is dunking cool, but I haven't seen him block anybody since he's joined Brooklyn. Like,
that defense will be so soft against these centers that are just going to bully them.
DeAndre Jordan ain't Lob City DeAndre Jordan, where he's going to pin somebody's crap against the shot clock. Like,
nope.
Let's look at the West, too, though, because the West, we've seen Denver play a little bit with Aaron Gordon. We've seen Portland play with Norman Powell. How you feeling about the West, E? Thunder. Let's start off with the Thunder. I mean, do you think they're going to try to make play-in? Do they have a chance?
Let's stay behind the back. I know we're not the Rockets and the Timberwolves, so let's keep it going down, you know.
And the fact that you guys have the Rockets picks is what's really getting me tight. But anyways.
Yeah, we'll stay right there in that range. I don't want to play in.
And the Pelicans pick. My bad. I forgot about that. And the Pelicans picks. Like,
both playing horrible. Keep it that way. Honestly, I'm surprised the Warriors are not in that 8th seed. The Suns, 2nd seed. I don't know why they're playing so good.
Chris Paul, bro. That's that Chris Paul effect. You know firsthand.
They were just in the bubble, 8-0, and still didn't make it. Now they're 2nd seed.
They needed a floor general. They had the pieces. They just didn't have that, like, final piece. You feel me? Like, they just got hot in the bubble and they just couldn't, like, in the beginning of the season, do anything.
Actually, you're right. He's nice in the regular season. Once playoffs come, he's gonna have that curse.
Yeah, you know, Chris Paul gonna be like 2 for 15 every game with like 3 turnovers and 8 assists.
Exactly, and they're gonna swept, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is just the regular season."
I mean, Golden State's not in 8th because Curry's been out for a few games. Like,
so he's been on and off.
Grizzlies have been a weird team all season. We're not gonna get into too deep with the Grizzlies.
Yeah, we're. I know you're a big Ja fan, but he had to literally take over. He's too young to just take over the whole team. Tell me I have the jersey right under it. Of course. Of course. I was wearing my Grizzlies shirt too, which is funny. Going to Denver and Portland, like you said. Aaron Gordon, it's okay.
He's not
I
Jeremy
mean,
Grant, but it'll do.
exactly. Exactly. Like, he's just still complaining about the dunk contest like 20 years ago because he didn't have a 50. And now he's wearing number 50 because he didn't get a 50. So I'm not too worried about the Nuggets per se. Jokic is MVP, though. We'll give him that. But other than that, Aaron Gordon's not making a big difference.
What about Norman Powell with Portland?
I liked him on the Raptors, but it was the Raptors. Like, I don't think he's doing the same thing with CJ and Dame there. He's a nice, like, third player to score, but, like, too many scores now.
He's
You got Melo.
yeah, I was about to say he's probably fourth now because of Melo, because Melo can get hot, and if Melo's not hot, you go to Norman Powell.
Exactly. And you still got Rocco. You got Nurkic coming back. I mean, it's a good starting five, don't get me wrong. But I don't think they'll beat the Clippers, Lakers, maybe the Suns or the Jazz.
I could see them beating the Suns, maybe. I don't know about the Jazz though. The Jazz, unless the Jazz like just happens to burn out at some point.
I don't see them. Defensively, I don't see it because they are killing it defensively. But I don't know, 35 and 11, like,
Yeah, 107.5.
they're doing well on defense, but I don't know. It's hard to say. 35 and 11, like, I don't want to say it's a fluke.
20-2 at home.
That's disgusting. And they're gonna get home advantage all for the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah. Damn.
So
Damn.
again, I hope Portland plays well. So I always want to see Dame and CJ climb up, even though I'm an OKC fan.
One thing to note though, which people aren't going to look too deep into this, they're 15-6 against the conference. So that means that they're 20-5 against the East. And can you really blame the East? Like, what team is beating them in the East besides Milwaukee, Brooklyn, the Celtics, 76ers?
Yeah,
And even then the Celtics
got smoked by them, I think, one game by like 20.
Yep.
So yeah, you're probably right. That's 6 losses. Now I'm curious who beat them, but it's probably not even crazy teams because I know the West can do it.
Let me pull this up real quick.
The West is hard to play upon.
Yeah, look, Cavs 114-75. Jesus Christ.
The Cavs, like,
they lost to Minnesota December 26th. They lost to Phoenix. They lost to Brooklyn. They lost to the Knicks early in the season. They lost to Denver. They lost to the Clippers after beating the Clippers one time. They lost to Miami. They lost to the Pelicans. They lost to Philly, Golden State, the Wizards. Yeah.
See, now that I'm looking at their schedule, they haven't beaten anybody. They beat, the Cavs, Memphis, Miami once.
The time they smacked Brooklyn was because there was no starters, and I'll give them that at least. But that just shows the bench from Brooklyn is as bad as people think. But, it's not a Brooklyn segment.
Same for the Lakers. I see them beat the Lakers without AD and LeBron. Like, I don't know. I think they're the Hawks when they had all Al Horford and Kyle Korver. I think they're nothing special. I think they get beaten by the second round.
I can see them definitely going to beat in the second round, especially because, early they started off pretty bad, but then they got rolling. But Jesus, they got yeah. I don't know. I don't think we're going to see a real test of what team they are because those 2 games against Los Angeles are in 2 weeks, and I doubt LeBron and AD are going to be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
OKC, let's be honest. Ethan, I'm sorry. Indiana, Portland, Phoenix, Dallas. Maybe this Phoenix game, but
I'm saying a bunch of L's. Like, they're not Minnesota twice. Like, come on.
Minnesota twice.
OKC twice. Like, no. They're gonna kick one.
Word, bro. So we'll just see what happens. We're gonna keep posting. We're gonna keep watching, following our teams, and see what happens over the week. Hopefully, some players can start getting healthy, and the NBA can get interesting again.
Yes, sir. I'm ready for the NBA to get somewhat interesting with these super teams.
ring chasers of Brooklyn. It's all right, though, because at the end of the day, that championship will mean nothing because they don't have real fans. It's a whole bunch of little TikTok-loving kids out here following their favorite player.
And like we always said, KD always follows that ring.
Speaking of KD, can we please get into him and Michael Rappaport going back and forth, bro?
He got really mad, in the DMs.
Yo, this dude was in the DMs walling up a storm. He was saying things that I'm like, wow. Homie was in New York for a year, and he's talking like a true New Yorker out here.
Yo,
he was bugging. I'm gonna find it right now. Give me 10 seconds, bro, because this I had to read it directly because of how much he said that I can't even remember off the top of my head. He was really.
I'll get real PG-13 just to warn everybody.
Oh no, I'm gonna try to substitute things to the best of my ability.
There's a family podcast, right? We respect the kids.
And Michael Rappaport took it down.
Oh, damn. They got hit with yo, what are you doing, Rappaport? You're not that big anymore, all right? You can't be doing this.
KD said, yo, I'm 7 foot. I'll step on you, son. You're going to delete that.
He said, meet me in 106th Street. He was like, whoa.
KD was like, I'm already in enough trouble, so let me just risk it all at this point.
That man was bugging on him.
Wow. This dude.
You deleted it?
Oh, here it is. I got it. Let's go. It's on Twitter. Yeah, Twitter. Yeah. Shout out Bleacher Report. They're coming up clutch right now. All right. So it started back in December with KD saying, you a female dog. He obviously didn't say female dog, but substitute as you will. Then Michael Rappaport told him, because they were talking about that game back in December when KD was like talking to Chuck and he was just giving like some really like stale ass answers and everybody was like, yo, what's good with you? So Michael Rappaport said, just do the effing interview, and if you're upset about something they said, say something. Up there looking like you were going to cry and ish. He said, I did the interview, you D-head. Yeah, D-head, you obviously know. All right. He said, tell your baby daddy Chuck to be better at his job and frame his questions better. He gave me 2 options for that dumb A question, yes or no. Then he just goes on a full-out rant, bro. Like, I guess my Rappaport said, like, tagged him in something. And he said, I heard it all before you. He used the word for the vaginal area, which he used the C word. Chuck doesn't need U.S. security. You pale, pasty. Yeah, I'm not. There's no way to paint the next part, but let's just say he said that he does something with his mouth in a very vulgar manner, and then he called him a female dog afterwards. And then KD said, I swear I'm going to spit in your face when I see your dirty ass. That had me rolling. I'm like, yo, he said that with some Timbs on. I know he did. He said, bet your life on it. Meet me on 17th tomorrow at 10. Or better yet, what's your address? 10 a.m. at Cat Steak on the corner. Meet me there. Then he called him the female reproductive part again. The P word. See how much I'm loving this? All right, anyway, back to KD. He goes, Michael Rappaport tells him, go help the kids in Brownsville, Brooklyn, stop being a effing puss. So KD said, you a female dog for even caring how I do an interview. All you do is do things with your mouth to other men for attention. Trump didn't pay attention to your sorry ass, and now you want to use everybody else to get views and laughs. Your life is a joke. You effing pale mouth user.
If you guys know about one thing about KD, he'll go on the rant on Twitter, on anybody. I mean, he has a lot of free time at this very moment, and he'll go off on you.
There's still like 2 slides. He said, go get some sun. It's effing with your brain. Piece of doo-doo, the S word. So then Michael Rappaport says it again. Go to Brownsville and help the people that need it. Goofball. He said, you go do it, you clown. Good for you. But nobody gives a F. SMD. Well, no, he said SAD, not SMD. But, yeah. Can't wait to tell you all this in person. And one more slide. So then he tells Rappaport, you called your lawyer like the P you are. He called him a JJ. Yeah.
I forgot he sued Barstools.
Yep.
Yep.
Then he says, ha 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 ha. You could have taught Portnoy talking ish, defamation of character. P ass want a lawyer up. Your wife mad as F because you're wasting that little bit of money on a lawyer because you can't take a joke. Ha ha ha. How P are you? Your wife doesn't even respect your B ass. And that's how it ended.
All right.
That's your
Have
boy.
no
That's
whoa. We do not claim him in OKC anymore. Ever since he went to the Warriors, we do not know who he is. Everything he just said, we do not claim. We don't know him.
we do not back that. We do not stand by anything that comes out of his mouth. Yo, he went ham, dog.
Man, Rapport was just probably just looking at it like, really? You just gonna say all this to me? Like you gonna meet me somewhere?
You think he's getting suspended? You think he's getting fined? What's happening out here?
I don't know. He uses Twitter a lot and his voice a lot against people. So I'm not saying no.
Fine, definitely.
Fine, definitely. Yeah, but he's not getting suspended for this. Nothing crazy.
Yo, okay,
It's just it is Rappaport. I mean, I'm sorry to say. I mean, no, he said it to another NBA star.
You know what's funny? There's a bunch of people that are going to watch this video. Or, the usual group of people that watch it, the 17, the 20, 30, 40, And they're going to be like, who's Michael Rappaport? And some of them got to go up, search that up. That's the funny part about all of this.
He was very good back then. I'm not gonna lie.
He's still funny now, but
he just be yelling. No, let's be honest. He just be yelling.
He just utilizes the New York accent a lot, and it makes him funny because everybody knows any New Yorker that talks is just like 10 times funny for whatever reason.
You're not wrong though. You say anything in the New York slang, it's funny. Like the way we talk compared to how we say certain things. The language is just amazing. They don't play. They don't play.
So, hey, round one, KD.
I mean, he got the length. He has the height. I mean, they really fight him. He's gonna smoke him.
So we get him in an octagon though, like UFC octagon, and just have him brawl out.
Might be like the Nate Robinson fight all over again. Like, I don't think we want to see that.
Come on, fam. Really? You gotta keep that up. Come on, bro. Why you gotta low blow the time, bro? Like you can't let.
Saying, like, I'll be excited, but just that's a big outcome,
Oh God, to be a Knicks fan must. But
I mean, had the Knicks ever won a brawl? They began. I mean, remember that Shaq dunk when he just got trampled over in there? He just pushed him on the floor, and the other dude just threw the ball. I don't know.
You done or you finished, like Chris would say?
I mean, when John Starks got dunked on by Michael Jordan,
John Starks dunked on him. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. John Starks dunked on him. I don't want to hear that.
I mean, they were pretty soft for that. They didn't brawl or anything. They let it happen.
Yo, it's all right, bro. We got more chips than OKC, and we don't have a lot. That's the scary part.
Here we go with the little ball. It's fine. You guys should have won, but it was Reggie Miller that killed you guys. It's fine.
Yeah, I should have won, but Miami said, yo, that's cute.
This was LeBron's first ring, and they had a big.
And then your own front office
grabbed some dynamite. We're not going to talk about this.
You sure? We can talk about the dynamite. They were like, nah, we don't need James Harden. What? Nah, we don't need KD. What? Nah, we don't need Westbrook. What?
How was that first round with Melo doing? Getting booted, Maybe 1-1, what was it?
Here we go.
4-1?
We made it. We made it out of one series, all right? That's all that matters. More than Westbrook could do alone, I'll tell you that much.
Here we go. It was a triple-double. He's having a triple-double again. Okay.
Yo, that triple-double was crazy. He got me 101 fantasy points last night. 35 points, 14 rebounds, and 21 assists.
So mad about that. How do you produce 100 fantasy points in a day? In the game, he's probably doing that right now as we speak because there's a game on right now.
My phone
I probably wouldn't doubt it.
Seconds ago, I'll let you know after this.
But
yeah, Westbrook.
Yeah, it is Westbrook. I'm not gonna lie,
You
but
know
because we
him.
don't
He
play
has
him
one
anymore.
great game where it's like, whoa, I forgot he's that good. And then you see a stretch of 5 games where he's like 2 for 30 with 15 turnovers, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's the Westbrook I know.
Yeah, he's just a stat ponder, but we're not gonna go there. We're just gonna leave it as this, you know. Knicks suck, and we'll just leave it as that.
Listen, man, we in the playoffs. You lucky we didn't make that playoff bet because I wouldn't be looking too good for you right now.
I mean, we still can. There's not much left in the season. You know, they still can lose.
All right, well, we'll make a side
The,
bet in the back channels.
the Heat can come in. You know, there's a lot can happen. The Raptors, no.
I'm gonna pull a Chris. I can't get a pillow right now. It's all the way over there. But oh, you done? You done?
And Chris would have had dumb fun in this podcast today. It would have been yelling at us.
Chris would have been having his fun right now. Chris would have been having his little jokes, his little moments. You know, it's kind of hard to replicate Chris's energy because Chris is just a different breed of person.
No worry, he's right around the corner. He's in Tampa. No, he's right there. It's fine. He's on Florida levels now, not in Texas.
Is there any difference right now?
When it comes to no mask, I'll just leave it as that. There's no difference. But that's a whole different conversation to have.
Facts, bro. Let's just wrap it up with NFL real quick because we're over here having our fun. But yo, the NFL, bro. What's anything besides draft day coming up and all these pro days? Like, what's good?
Just a whole lot of talks about QBs. Who's gonna get drafted, but by who? I mean, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, the next Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I can't tell you how upset I get every time I hear that because I'm like, bro, I could see what's gonna happen. It's gonna be the typical narrative of here's a great quarterback. This is the next best thing. Here you go, New York. Oh my God, the Jets suck. They can't do shit. They gave them this player and now he sucks. And I'm like, it's pretty easy to blame us. Like, you know, it's not like y'all were calling him Patrick Mahomes or nothing, but you know, of course, let's blame the Jets. Yeah, that's the easy way out.
There's literally the only talks in the NBA. Make the NFL every single day. First take, ESPN. What are these quarterbacks going to? What are these teams doing like every single day?
So what I'm hearing is we're gonna have to just wait for draft day to really talk about the NFL.
And sadly, Watson got more lawsuits.
Yeah, he's at 19 now. I'm not even going to say nothing about that. That's just going to be a wait and see situation because they were saying that they haven't brought the evidence up yet, but then they're accusing Watson of deleting stuff, and Watson's like, "Yeah, y'all cute. Look at it right here." So it's a lot of stuff that got to come together before we can talk about that situation.
Again, it's the lawyers, Texans, GM, neighbor, or however they made it seem. So it's not weird that he was gonna leave, and you know the Texans were like, "Oh, here's 19 lawsuits," but allegations. We're not gonna say anything.
Allegedly.
That's all. That's all. All we can do is give the news. That's it.
All we can do is just say if he did something, he deserves whatever's coming his way. If he didn't do something, this is foul.
Exactly. Either way, we don't know. We'll see what happens. And yeah, we just wait to draft it. Unless there's trades going beforehand, which I mean, first pick Jags, second pick Jets. I think that's set in stone.
I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. I think the Jets, if they want Justin Fields and they know a team that wants Zach Wilson between that 3, 4, 5, they might F around and just be like, yo, let's trade back and get some picks.
We don't want him. We'll be fine trading.
Yeah,
back.
but y'all could take the offensive lineman y'all want. So y'all trade up, we take your pick, we take another pick, and maybe another pick, and maybe another pick, and then we all happy.
We have the fourth pick. What? All three of the first picks are the QBs. We are fine where we are.
All right, let's say who has the third pick right now? The
49ers. And they're
all
picking
right,
the QB.
let's say the 49ers want Zach Wilson and we want Justin Fields. We could be like, yo.
I don't see that happening. Whether you're going to trade one back, they already traded all their picks to Miami. What do they have left?
A player.
20.
Take one of their players. I don't know.
I don't see it happening. Unless you guys trade further, maybe, to the Falcons. That I can see. But other than that, I don't see anything else happening.
We're going to have to just wait and see. At this point, I give up. All the speculation, I give up.
Yeah, that's all. There's just speculation.
But Ethan, I'm gonna let you leave it there because, like we said, it's just speculation, nothing more to talk about. We'll be back on Thursday. Reselling 101. We'll be talking about
Yes, sir.
Pokemon cards because somebody brought that up in one of the
Oh,
last videos. That was supposed to be last week's topic. Stuff came up, and that'll be this week's topic.
gotta catch them all. Let's do it.
Facts. So everybody stay tuned. Ethan, I'll see you Thursday. Hope you have a great
Yes,
night.
sir. Thank you,
Peace.
sir. Peace.